Hey guys, welcome to the first course in Money Badass Academy. This is the Financial Freedom Number course. This is where you're going to learn how to find the number you need to reach financial freedom. So my promise for you after completing this course is you're going to know exactly how much money you'll need to reach financial freedom and retire in the next 30 minutes. So the transformation you can expect out of this course is you're going to go from not saving enough money, not being able to retire, to knowing exactly how much you need to retire. You'll be able to retire early, and you'll no longer be dependent on your job once you reach this number. So let's take it out. Let's zoom out to that 10,000 foot view of where this fits in the whole Money Badass Academy picture. So you've probably seen this before. This is the path to financial freedom that you're going to be following. And this is the very first step, the financial freedom number, step 1 in the foundation. Now, what exactly is the financial freedom number? What is it? So lots of smart people have calculated the numbers, crunched the numbers, and they've created this rule called the 4% rule. It's a rule of thumb used to determine how much you'll need to retire based off withdrawing money from a retirement account each year. The goal of this rule is to provide a steady income stream when you retire so that you can maintain that account balance and it keeps that income flowing all the way through retirement. Retirement's been given this term that everybody thinks of old people. You know, you're 65, you're retiring. It doesn't have to be that way. It's changed. With proper financial planning, anybody can retire at any age as long as they're following a proven path to financial freedom. It's kind of like weight loss. You know, say you're overweight. You're 250 pounds, but you really should be 180. So when you start out on your journey to lose weight, you set a goal. You say to your not your financial planner, but your weight loss planner that you want to go from 250 to 180. That 180 is the goal. So it's kind of like that. It's just like that, actually. So we set a goal. You'll find a number based off your expenses, and you'll know I need to hit this number. I need to have this much savings to be able to retire early. That is your financial freedom number. So one of the best things about this is there's a movement called the FIRE movement. It means financial independence, retire early. So a lot of people are doing this. It works. And the FIRE movement's great and all, but I just like the ability to have financial freedom. I don't necessarily want to retire early. So what this does is you don't have to retire early. Maybe you love what you're doing. Financial freedom just gives you the freedom to choose what you want to do. If you want to continue working at a job, that's fine. Go for it. But you've got that freedom to choose. If you don't want to, if you want to stay at home with your children or go travel, you can do that. That's the freedom of financial freedom. So to do this, we're going to use a framework, and I'm going to show you our first framework right now. And you'll need to download this below the video, but what I want you to do is print this out. I'm going to walk you through this right now so you can find your financial freedom number right now over the next 30 minutes as you work through this. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to list out everything you have to pay for monthly. So if you have a mortgage or you have rent, you're going to want to put that in. If you have car payments, maybe you have loans, credit card payments. Do you have to pay for your electricity, your water, cable TV, cell phone, fuel? Do you have health expenses, outside of your retirement, or not your retirement, your insurance? Entertainment? Do you pay for movies? Do you pay for home insurance or car insurance? Do you have money you pay for eating out, your clothing, and savings? And then Obviously, everybody's unique, so you're going to want to list out anything else in the other fields. And then what I want you to do is take up all those expenses and add them up and fill out the total monthly expenses. So now let's say you have $2,000. So if you got $2,000 in monthly expenses, you're going to want to go to section 2 up at the top right, and you're going to put that in. Then what you're going to want to do is, this is using the 4% rule. So you're going to multiply your monthly expenses by 300. And this will give you your financial freedom number. So I'm going to give you an example here. So now let's say you have $2,000 in living expenses, or monthly living expenses. You times that by 300. You need $600,000 to reach financial freedom. At that point, you could live off your savings. You would have enough to very conservatively make a return, be able to withdraw $2,000 a month, and have no issues. Now, let's say you live a little more extravagantly. Let's say you have $4,000 a month in living expenses. Well, then times that by 300, you have to get to $1.2 million, $1,200,000 to reach financial freedom. And I know that sounds intimidating at first, but you would be surprised at how easy it is to get there once you're on the right path. So, fill out your financial freedom, and then your financial freedom number, and then in step 3, there's ways to get there faster. So you have 4 options. These are like levers you can pull to get where you need to go. So number 1, you can reduce your expenses. The lower your monthly expenses are, the quicker you're going to get to financial freedom. And this is why you'll see people out there who are living in like an RV and traveling the United States, because they've reduced their expenses so low that they could get to financial freedom so much quicker. Then the next other option is, if you don't want to reduce your expenses, or you could use a multitude of these. Number 2 is to increase your savings. The more you save, the faster you're going to get. Option number 3, increase your income. The more money you bring in, the easier it will be to increase your savings and get to your financial freedom number faster. And number 4, you can increase your return on investment. The 4% rule is based off a very conservative return, but I'm going to show you in the ultimate investing strategy how you can get a much better return than average, which can double the amount of time or double the speed it's taking you to get to your financial freedom number. And these will all be covered in upcoming frameworks. So I want to give you a story of a guy I know named Grant Sabatier. He is the founder of Millennial Money. It's another website similar to what I do that teaches people, how to reach financial freedom. And this guy has a great story. He was totally broke, and he decided he had to do something. He had to get his life in order. So he discovered his financial freedom number using this 4% rule that we just covered. He lowered his expenses. He increased his savings. He side hustled to increase his income, and he invested well. All the 4 levers I was just telling you about. Within 5 years, and by the age of 30, he had $1.25 million, and he hit his financial freedom goal. That shows you the power of what we're doing here. 5 years. Most people work until they're 65, and even then sometimes they'll struggle. This guy did it in 5 years. So anybody can do it. It's just a matter of knowing the path, and that's what I'm showing you here in the Money Badass Academy. So you got a choice at this point. You can continue to guess at what you need to retire, have no idea if you're on track, Or you can go down the left path. You can know your number, know your goal, and be putting the steps in place to get there. So at this point, all you need to do is take action. I want you to download that framework if you haven't already. I want you to fill it out, really think about it. And then just take some time to think about step 3. Can you increase your savings? Can you reduce your expenses? We'll go over all those in more depth in later courses, but think about it. And then once you have all that filled out, you will know your financial freedom number. You'll know exactly where you need to be to escape that rat race and start living the life that you want to live. You'll be able to spend money on what you love without stressing about it, and you'll be able to stop living paycheck to paycheck. It's a great way to live, and you're going to know exactly what you need to get there right now. So fill it out and then jump into the next course.